Okay, we're officially starting our group chat. And this group chat, we're going to do a little bit of a mixed bag. We have a lot of new members, so we're going to be covering some ad strategy, and then we're going to do some negotiation skills, and then I think we're going to talk a little bit about how the importance of upselling and how to upsell. First thing I want to start off, there's a kid in the course here. His name is Justin, and Justin's been with the course for a little while. He became a 10,000 a month superstar, but Justin's had some issues where he wasn't getting calls all of a sudden. He hit 10,000, and then he wasn't getting like the kind of response that he wanted. Now all of a sudden he's crushing it. And one day I remember him saying, Dave, my Craigslist ads aren't working. And I said, they're probably not working because they're old, they're stale, you've been running the same ads, and your ads probably look like everybody else's, and they're not effective. So I said, why don't you go back, watch the advanced group chat replay we have about the Craigslist ads? And he did. And then it was just like a light switch went on, and Justin was crushing it. That month he hit 20,000. And now he just said he's on track to do 40,000. So Justin, can you come on and talk for just 1 second the importance of having a lot of Craigslist ads? Because I just asked how many Craigslist ads you had, and you said 60, which is almost more than anybody else on this chat right now. And you're making some of the most money. Okay, so I want you guys to notice the pattern with that, right? So if you have 0 Craigslist, 20 Craigslist, 10 Craigslist, no, you're just not doing enough right now, right? Know that you're choosing to not make a lot of money. And that's okay if that's what you want, but that's your choice, right? So, and if you're not, then there's ways. If you don't know how to do it, right? We've given you the tools to do it. So Justin, are you there? You can unmute yourself if you're there. I don't know if you can hear me or. Oh, he says he doesn't have a mic. Ah, shoot. He says, okay, all right, no problem, Mike. Justin, can you type in the chat at least so everybody can see, and just tell them like about Craigslist a little bit, or what's helping you, where you're at with sales right now, and what's going on. Let me see if I can find his video so you guys at least know that Justin actually exists and he's legit. Where is he? I can't find his video. Oh, there he is. He doesn't even have his video on. You don't have your video on either, Justin? Justin says I have about 60 plus ads now on Craigslist. What do you think was the big shift that all of a sudden got you to get a lot of calls on Craigslist? He says at first I had only like 5, and he was doing apps. So I was telling him that apps, I'm not a big fan of the apps. We don't get a bunch of stuff from the apps at all. And they're a lot of work. The apps, you got to constantly deal with text messaging, and it's just like a fake ego boost because you get a bunch of messages, and those leads are much harder to close than a Craigslist lead, right? But people want to play with the apps because they're easy, right? So you just post a picture, one little comment, and then you're going to get a bunch of messages in. But if you post on Craigslist, it takes a little skill to write the ads, but those leads are very good quality. So you might get 10 calls and you can close 5 of those calls because the Craigslist leads are good. Justin says on Craigslist, I pretty much close everyone. Excellent. Justin says my closing rate on the phone is extremely high. So you're also taking phone calls and you're closing people on the phone versus text, because I think that's really important. I'm not a big fan of texting myself. I think a lot of people text because it's the easy way out, because they're nervous or they're scared to talk to people. But I think if you're willing to get out of your comfort zone a little bit and get on the phone with people, you're going to have a much better chance of closing them. Now, we went over text critiques last week. So if you want to know how to close people on text better, just watch the last group chat we did. It was really good on how to go texting. But I can close probably 5 out of 10 people through text. I can close 8 to 9 out of 10 people on a phone call. That's my closing average. On a phone call, I close almost everybody. I'm at like 90% on all the last calls I've taken for the last year. Imagine if you close 9 out of 10 people that you talk to, how much money you would make. That's me personally. Now, I don't go to my store. I have my employees trained, but when I work, every time I'm there, it's 9 out of 10. And that's on the phone call. So I think the phone is very important if you guys aren't doing that. Something to think about, okay? Justice says, not worrying about the offer too low, need to be confident in your offer. So who here is afraid to kind of offer low? Is anybody scared to like offer someone $5 for a phone, or like, you know, lowball them? Roy says, Ryan says, not me. Francis says, me a little bit. It's okay if you are. Everybody gets a little nervous. Chris says, hell no. We know you're not scared, Chris. You're not scared to say anything publicly or doing. Jim says, no. Johnny says, I'm a lowballer. Let's see. That's good. You want to be good. You want to be not afraid to offer them low, as long as you know how to make it up once you do offer low. So let's see. James says, are these weekly chats uploaded? No, not to YouTube. These are not public. These are private group chats, but I post them in our paid members group, so you can watch the replays there. And then I also send out an email with the replay, so you can watch that as well. So let me ask this. How many people here are closing through a phone call, and who's closing through text? So if you're taking calls, type in calls. If you're getting text, type in text. Timothy says texter, both. Eric says both. Francis closing through text. 80-20 more text. More. Nick says more phone than text. Text. Both. Text. Both. Who here that's done really well, right? We have a lot of guys here that have done a lot of like 10,000 a month or more. Who here, when they can't get a deal on text, they'll call the person. Like, let's say the person doesn't respond in 5 minutes. Who's called them? Because that works amazing, guys. If you can't close the deal through text, just call them. If it's Facebook Messenger, hit the messenger button. Just call them right on Messenger, right? If they're Joshua says, congrats, David, on going to Ty Lopez. Oh, thanks. Yeah. By the way, I'm going to Ty Lopez. I don't know if you guys know Ty Lopez, but he invited me to his mansion next week, and I'm actually doing a webinar for his audience. So I'm pretty excited about that. Pretty cool. I'll be flying to Beverly Hills and filming in his mansion. So that's exciting. But getting back on track here. So yeah, picking up the phone and calling people is great because see, on the phone, there's a higher level commitment, right? On text, someone could just ignore you. But on the phone, they have to literally hang up. So it's a different level of rejection when on the phone. So you can be a little bit more aggressive with your pricing because if they're like, oh, no, that's too low, you can come back with, so how much were you looking to get for that? If you say, oh, I can give you $100 for that phone. Oh, all right. Well, thank you very much. Okay, well, how much were you looking to get? So you can catch it. Good night. But see, on texting, you can't do that. You can't texting. You offer them $100, and then they just don't respond. They just like, I'm out of here, and then that's it. So sometimes just try calling them and do that. I would take all calls if you can, if you guys can, right? Let me ask you this, because I see like 70% of the course members are doing text rather than calls. Give me a reason why you do text instead of call. Neil says working. Chris says fear. Sam says never had a call yet. Timothy says because I suck. At least you're honest. Christian says convenience. Eric says I can negotiate multiple deals at once. Lee says working on easier. Ryan says no reason. I love the phone. Richard says calling is easier, guys. I'm telling you. Brian says due to the fact I don't want to be tied up on a call. To me, text is faster and convenient. All right. So you like text because it's convenient and easy, right? All right. Who here, if I said to you, I want you, if you text 100 people, I'll give you $50. If you get on a phone call with these 10 people, I'll give you $300. Which one would you guys do? I mean, be honest. I say phone, I'll take the phone call. Okay. All right. So just know that every time you take a text instead of call, you're losing money. I'm making 6 times more than you. So how does that feel? Thank you very much. I'll take all the business from you. No, I'm just kidding. But seriously, right? You have a better chance if you get on the phone with people and you can use your emotion. Now, if you're terrible, you probably are. It's okay. I was terrible too. When I first started sales, I sucked. It's horrible. But you get better the more you do it, right? We all suck when we first start something. We're going to be terrible. That's okay. But you know what? Look, at least do this. Do this for me. Who can promise me this, that this week they're going to get on a phone call with at least 2 people per day, even if they suck, right? Even if you're like, thank you for calling. I buy phones. Hello. And they're like, I have an iPhone 7. You're like, what carrier is that? Okay. Even if you sound like that, I want you to promise me you're going to take 2 phone calls. Because if you don't, you'll never get better. Because here's the catch. Here's the caveat, right, guys? You can text all day long, but guess what? They have not invented teleportation devices yet, which means you got to meet these people face to face and talk to them eventually, right? And if you can't talk to someone on the phone, are you going to be good talking to them face to face? What do you think? You think if you can't talk to someone on the phone, that when you meet them face to face, you're going to be good talking suddenly? Magically, you'll just start, they'll just love you, right? No. So a lot of you guys wanted to know how to build relationships with people, right? Building relationships is just being a cool person. It's just being nice to talk to, being a decent, nice person, being friendly, and starting conversations with people. That's how we build relationships, okay? Now, I don't know about you guys, but 50% of our business, up until the point we started doing a little bit of paid ads, has been like 10,000 a month has been from referrals. Easy, right? And we do 20,000 a month. So we get like 10,000 from our Facebook groups and Craigslist ads and 10,000 from referrals. All right. And I know like there's another kid, Trethany, in this group. He's doing like 15,000 a month. He gets a lot of his business from referrals. Eric Jacob, who's here, he did over 10,000 a month. I think Eric's on the chat right now. He said that half of his business is all referrals, right? Who would love to have people that sound like this, right? Imagine you get a call. Hi, yeah, I have an iPhone 8 I'd like to sell. Oh, great. Okay. Oh, this is Bob. Hey, Bob, how you been? Oh, I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, thanks again for those phones last week. Yeah, I got another one if you'd like it. Okay, great. Yeah. Is like 250 okay on that one? Yeah, can you do like 260 since I already sold you 3 phones this month? Yeah, what the hell? I'll do
Listen.
I'll do 260 on that iPhone 8 for you. Yeah, okay, great. I'll see you soon. Who would love to have phone calls like that? Anybody? All right, because here's how your phone calls go when they're from Craigslist, Facebook groups. Yeah, I got an iPhone 7. How much you paid for that? Or I have an iPhone 7 and it's perfect mint condition in the box. It's got a case, has all the accessories, it has the charger to it. And you're like, how much would you like for it? Well, I'd like to get, I paid $600 for it. I'd like to get at least $400 for my iPhone 7. And you're like, okay, this thing's worth like maybe $225, $250 at the most, right? And you're like, oh, I can offer you like $100 for that. Oh my gosh, that's so low. I can't do that. No way. I'll just keep it. Who loves those phone calls? Because that's what Craigslist, Facebook groups, all that. Now, don't get me wrong. I'll close that lady all day, okay? But it's a lot easier to close the other guy than that lady, right? This is why we got to build up relationships, all right? This is why we have to build repeat customers and be friendly. All right, so are you guys finding this information beneficial at all, by the way? Is this helping? All right, good. All right, so let's get a few commitments. 1, I want everybody to commit to talking on the phone to at least 2 people a day. 2, I want you to commit to get up to 50 Craigslist ads. I'm going to push you. 50 Craigslist ads in 3 weeks. Who's going to do it? Johnny says me. Fran says me. Ellie says me. I will. Larry, yes, yes, yes. Okay? And to all you guys saying I can't get Craigslist ads to post, I'm going to call you out on your BS. And I'm going to say you're not working hard enough. And I'm going to tell you that I don't think you put enough effort into figuring out your problem. Sorry, I'm calling you out, guys. Right? Because I've been doing this for 6 years. I have never, ever not been able to post Craigslist ads yet and not done Facebook groups. If you have and you've abused the system, right? Because I've seen why people get banned. They abuse the system. There's a way out of it. You got to figure it out. You got to put some effort in. Complaining about it is not helping you. And it's funny because a lot of people complain. Justin was complaining about his ads not sticking on Craigslist not too long ago. He's about to do $40,000 this month. And I said to Justin, you just aren't doing it right. Watch the group chat and do it. And then Justin did it. And now he's got 60 Craigslist ads up and he's on his way to hit 40,000. So I know for sure, guys, you're doing something wrong if your Craigslist ads aren't sticking. They're getting flagged. It isn't your competition. It's the way you're laying your ads out. You've got to study the videos. You've got to watch those group chat replays 2 or 3 times if you have to. Okay? And it's a few hours of a little bit of sacrifice in your life. Instead of watching Game of Thrones or Walking Dead, you watch the course videos, right? And you sit there for 3 hours, watch just Craigslist ads if you have to, and then when you figure it out, it's like a license to print money. Okay. Someone says, from an automated standpoint, I know a guy who posted 1,000 ads a day on Craigslist from software. Had ever tried anything like that? I haven't found any ad posting software on Craigslist that's worked, that's effective, that's automated, that actually really did anything. Because then the thing is, guys, here's the problem. You can't post 60 ads and be a spammer. When you post 60 ads, they have to all look like separate ads, right? The problem is people that are over posting on Craigslist are getting flagged a lot because they're just spamming the wanted section with all their ads, and that pisses off the Craigslist audience. They don't like that stuff, right? So each ad you have has to look a little bit different, has a different feel, a different picture, a different vibe, a different item. You're buying MacBooks in one ad. In another ad, you're buying smartphones. Another ad, you're buying cameras. You're buying smartwatches. One ad, you have a phone with cash behind it. The other one, you have no picture. All these different things will add up to you getting more ads. Does that make sense, guys? But the other thing is you won't get as many calls if you spam people. Like if you post in the same Facebook group every single day, you're posting in that same group, you're going to annoy the people there. And then they become blind to you because they just see you as like an annoyance or like the guy who just posts all the time. You got to change things up a little bit, and you've got to vary it so that way you don't become that guy. All right. So don't abuse the system. Sometimes less, believe it or not, is actually a little bit more, but good quality. Like if you write 50 good quality Craigslist ads, you watch the videos, and you use the techniques to write good catchy ads that are different, and you change them up regularly, that's going to get you a lot of calls. Let's see. Corey says, David, how do you personally get around customers? They say they want to try to sell it themselves online. I just tell them, you know what? Where's Corey? Let's do a quick. Does anybody want to see me do a role play as far as the negotiation? Okay, you guys want to see me do a role play? Corey, let's go ahead and do that. Where are you able to unmute yourself? Which Corey is it?
Hello?
Yep.
Okay, you hear me? All right,
hey,
cool.
How's it going? Which Corey?
Oh, pretty good. What's up?
Which Corey is this?
Oh, Corey Owens.
Oh, hey, I haven't talked to you in a while. How you doing, Corey?
I'm pretty good, bro.
Good to see you. So, okay, you ready? You want to do a role play?
Okay, yeah.
All right. So I'm going to give you permission to give me any objections you want, as long as it's something someone would really say, and if it makes sense, right?
All right, I'll give you the exact thing that she said to me.
Okay, here we go. So I'm going to answer the phone. All right. Ring, ring. Oh, thank you for calling Buy, Sell, Fix.
How you doing? I seen your Craigslist ad online. I just wanted to see if you could if maybe you wanted to buy my phone.
Yeah, of course. What do you got?
I have an iPhone 7. It's on Sprint. I believe it's like 32 gigabytes. Yep.
All right. Awesome. Any problems with it? Any cracks or anything?
No cracks in it. I bought it at the store. I bought it for around $300 at the store. So, I was hoping to get something close to that.
All right. Hold on 1 second. Let me see what I could do for you. And that was a 7 or a 7 plus, you said?
It was a 7.
All right. So I can do like $100 on that for you?
Yeah. Because, I was on Craigslist, and, guys were giving me, I was getting a few offers. They were higher than $100. I was looking for around 200.
Ooh. Yeah. Have you tried selling it yourself yet?
Well, I haven't tried yet, but, I could probably sell it on, I'm trying to sell on Craigslist now, but, yeah, you can't do it for 200?
Yeah, I mean, if you want to sell it yourself, that you definitely probably get, you probably get the $200. But
what?
Oh, sorry. Hold on 1 second. Taven is saying he can't hear. Oh, I can't even type in the chat. Anyways, can someone tell Taven type in the chat to turn his audio on? He keeps messaging me saying he can't hear me. Baby, is there no sound for me at all? Hold on 1 second. I don't know. I'm getting some people saying they can't hear me. Okay. Oh, all right. We're good. Okay. Cool. So keep going. Sorry, Corey.
Okay. Yeah. So, yeah, I was looking on Amazon, and they have it listed for I'm seeing them for around $250.
Yeah. Have you tried it?
I haven't. You said you buy phones though, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm just saying, those prices, right? I mean, I'm looking right now on eBay, so I know what the market is selling, because that's what we usually sell. And right now, the car market's paying about $199 for that phone. So you could probably sell it yourself, like you said, for $200 if you wanted to do that. Have you ever sold anything on your own before, through eBay or Craigslist?
No, actually.
Because I'd love to buy it, but I would have to pay $100 for it, if that makes sense.
Well, that doesn't make sense if I could just sell it for $250 on eBay.
Of course, give it a try. I mean, right now, I wouldn't even be able to sell it for $250, unfortunately. What I'm looking at right now, if you want, I'll walk you through it. I'll show you how to do it if you'd like.
Okay, I didn't get this far with me.
I'll keep calling your bluff all day long. I don't give a shit, because you are lying to me. You are lying. I know you are, because you wouldn't have called me if you were going to sell yourself on eBay, right? So, like, if you're saying, oh, $250 on Amazon, all that stuff, go ahead. Why haven't you sold it? Because if they were going to sell it themselves, they would have already done it. People that are going to do things don't talk about it. They just do them, right? So I'll just keep calling. You know, man, that's fantastic. But I'm not cocky. I'm not condescending. I'm saying, you know what? That's great. I'll help you out. I've coached people on how to sell their eBay item before, and not only have I coached them, I showed them everything to do. Okay, I told them, all right, you're gonna put it in a size 0 bubble mailer, right? You're gonna list it on eBay, and you're gonna price it for this amount. And then after that, they're like, you know what? This is a lot of work. I'll just sell it to you.
Yeah, you know, when I had that conversation with her, we sort of got into this like sarcasm battle.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. You don't want that. You always want to be on their side. See, the problem is, what happens is this. Do this. Let me show you where everybody goes wrong with these type of people. Go ahead and do the because I'll close that lady all day, right? And if not, if I don't close her that day, she'll be calling me back 3 days later going, oh, the phone's still sitting there. I haven't gotten around to sell it. Just take it for the 100. I get it all the time. So,
yep.
So you be that lady again, and I'm going to show you where everybody goes wrong. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, go ahead. Oh, thank you for calling Buy Sell Fix.
Hey, how are you? I seen your Craigslist ad, and yeah, I got a phone I want to sell.
Okay. What do you have?
I got this iPhone 7. I don't know how many gigs. I think it's like 16 gigs. 16 gigs, maybe.
And what carrier was that?
It was a Sprint.
Sprint. Okay. Yeah, I could do $100 on that for you.
Ooh, $100.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I was looking for 200.
Oh no, I can't do 200. I could do 100. No, they're only selling for 200 on eBay.
Oh well, you know, I got
can give you cash right now.
I got this guy that I call sometimes. He buys from me a lot, you know, but he's in New York right now, so I can't get to him. So, you know, I was thinking maybe I'd run it by you, but 100's a little low. Can you come a little closer to 2 for me, or?
No, I could do 100, and that's the most I could do right now. Maybe I could do 120.
120. Yeah. I mean, I just got the phone. I paid like $300 for it.
Yeah, but you know, I mean, it's selling for 200, so I won't be able to sell it for that much. So I have to make a profit, so I can't sell it for 200.
Oh, okay, so you like resell the phones?
Yes.
Okay, where do you sell? So you like sell them online? Is that what you do?
We sell them on eBay. Yes. Yep.
So why wouldn't I just sell it on eBay?
Because I can give you cash right now.
Yeah, but I can get cash on eBay.
But I mean, I could come to you and give you the cash. I mean, you don't want to deal with eBay scammers.
They got scammers on eBay?
So let me stop real quick. Now, I'm actually not even being that bad. But see, what happens is, we're leading into an argument. And when you argue with the customer, that pisses people off. Pissed off people don't do business with you typically, right? So you always want to build rapport. So I say, yeah, you know, you can sell on eBay. Absolutely. Yeah, you can sell for $200. Some people think that's actually talking them into doing it. It's not. The people are very difficult to change their minds when they decided something. They've already decided they're not going to sell it themselves. Have you ever tried changing someone's mind? Anybody ever tried changing someone's mind, how hard it is? No, right? Try to change your friends or family mind and tell them to be more motivated or do something or get a better job. You ever tried changing someone's mind? They don't do it, right? So these people, they already made their mind. They're not going to sell it. I know that. I know they're not going to change their mind. So I'll call them out on it and say, oh yeah, go ahead, sell it on eBay. The reason is because it keeps rapport, because it keeps me on their side and it keeps me as the good guy, and that builds trust. Number one reason why someone doesn't do business with someone. Number one is what? Can anybody guess?
They don't like them.
Trust, right? Yeah. If people do business with people they know, like, and trust, and if I argue with the people, does that build trust? No, right? If I try to get cocky, sarcastic, does that build trust? No. If I'm rude to that person, are they going to like me? No. So you want to be likable, you want to be trustworthy, and trustworthy people are honest. They say, yeah, go ahead and sell it if you like. I mean, that's fantastic. I think you definitely get the 200, and I'll encourage them. And they trust me and they like me, and that's why I actually get more deals because of that. Okay? Who's used that technique in the chat here, guys? Timothy says, what if they actually sell it themselves? Well, let them. They wouldn't have called you, and if they are, that's like 1 out of 10 people. I've only missed 1 call in the last year because they sold it themselves. 1. That's it. Neil says, I have. Justin says, me. Wood says, I have. Larry says, I have. Christian, yeah, yes. Barry says, all the time. Yep. So it takes a little finesse, right? You can't say, oh, you could sell it on eBay. You've got to be very friendly, and you have to say it with the right tonage, but it works. All right. So Christian says, what are your favorite books on negotiation? My favorite book is The School of Hard Knocks. You know what that is? That means you take 2 calls today, even if you suck on the phone, and you deal with the negotiation. That means you suck and you just keep taking 1 phone call after another, and you just keep on taking those phone calls. That's my favorite book. It's called The School of Hard Knocks. You just learn by just doing over and over again. James says, I wrote that book, right? That's how I learned, guys. I learned sales because I knocked over 10,000 doors in direct sales. 10,000 doors selling an $1,800 vacuum cleaner. It's just reps. It's all it is just doing it over and over. I'm not sitting here bragging, right? But guys, you want to be good. So many people are afraid. They want to learn everything before they do it. Just start doing it. Don't wait to learn. Just do it, right? You want to get good at sales? Start selling more. You want to get good at closing and taking calls? Start taking calls more, right? Stop texting. Get on the phone with these people. If you're scared, good. Pick up the phone. I'm going to be like the Wolf of Wall Street for a second. If you're broke, good. Pick up the phone. No, I'm just kidding. Alex says, I did door-to-door sales for 3 or 4 months. I couldn't do it. It's not an easy thing, but I'll tell you what, it'll give you some thick skin and it'll help you. All right, so let's go over something else now. We did the negotiation. I don't know if you guys found that helpful or not. What's the next thing you want to see? We've got about 25 minutes. Do you want to go over some appraisals? What's your number one thing? Eric says he liked the negotiation. Good. I'm glad that helped you guys. You guys are still saying more negotiation. Timothy says, can we role play? Well, we just role played, so I don't want to take up the whole chat on that right now. I mean, unless everybody wants just negotiation, the whole group chat, we can do that. But oh, money management. This is a great one, okay? So for those beginning and advanced, we'll get value out of this. All right, so guys, let's talk a little bit about financial management and how important it is to this business, okay? So in this business, we're kind of like investors, right? And as an investor, you need money to invest, right? And if you don't have any money, you can't make money. So an investor needs a cash pool, right? So some people, like a hot dog guy, he needs his hot dog cart. If he's selling hot dogs and he doesn't have a hot dog cart, he ain't making no money, okay? You guys don't have a physical store, right, or a hot dog cart. You have a bank account. Your bank account is your hot dog cart. Right? If you don't have the bank account, you can't sell any hot dogs. You can't buy any phones. So I think it's important to have $5,000 minimum in this business and get there as soon as possible. Because with $5,000, you don't usually have to worry about PayPal holds as much unless it's a really busy week. You can sell $10,000 a month with $5,000 in your bank account and you can get there quickly. Now, you don't need that to start. You want to build that quickly. But don't go out when you make $200-300 and go get yourself a steak dinner. Eat freaking peanut butter sandwiches if you have to. I ate spaghetti for 4 months so I could build my cash up, okay? Within my first 2 months of doing this business, I had $12,000 in the bank, all right? That's starting with $300. I started with $300 and I had $12,000 in the bank in 2 months. Reason, guys, is because I didn't spend the money. I didn't feel like, yay, I'm rich now because I made $1,000 for the week. I banked it because I knew that money was going to make me more money, and I snowballed it. Right? Within 6 months, I had $36,000 saved. And that was after I had built out a whole bunch of things. I built a website, bought a store, and I had invested a lot. So you guys are joking about the peanut butter jelly and the spaghetti, right? You can live very cheap, but a lot of people don't have the discipline, right? So I see people hit $10,000 a month and then they go buy a brand new car. That's insane. That's insane, right? Unless you have no business buying yourself new things, if you don't have at least $25,000 in the bank, you got no business. All right. I'm just being honest with you guys. Sorry for the tough love, but this is the truth. All right. I waited till I had $200,000 in the bank before I bought my first new car. Okay. So if I waited till I had 200 grand in the bank to buy my brand new car, why, if you only have 10 grand in the bank, are you buying yourself a new car? No business, right? Because if in order to make money, you need money. So is this helpful at all? Do you guys want to hear this stuff or no? I don't want to like waste your time on a group chat, but like, if you don't have cash in this business, you don't have a business. So don't go sell your hot dog cart because you want to party that night, right? The hot dog guy needs his hot dog cart. If he doesn't have it, he can't sell any hot dogs, right? So when you go spend your money, it's like selling your hot dog cart for a good time. It's insane, right? You know, even if, let's say, it's a little slow week and the hot dog guy doesn't sell as many hot dogs, well, he doesn't sell his hot dog cart because he wants to party still, or he wants to go out with his friends, or he wants to do whatever, right? No, he'll eat peanut butter and jelly sandwiches or eat his own freaking hot dogs for the week just to get by, because hot dogs are only 99 cents. And then, because if he sells his hot dog cart, he's done. He's done. You don't want to put yourself out of business. And I see so many people in this business putting themselves out of business because they're spending their money on personal stuff that shouldn't be spent yet. You should have a job that you have cash flow coming in. So many people don't want to have a job as a business. That's foolish, right? You need cash in order to make your business run. It's your blood of your business. So you should have a job where you work 20, 30, 40 hours a week and you have a regular income. And on the side, you're banking $1,000 or $2,000 a week until you have $5,000 to $10,000 saved. When you do that, you're going to be unstoppable. Okay. Aaron Goldstein, now my head coach. You guys know Aaron. He runs that Next Level phone flipping program for me. When he started off, he had 50 bucks in his bank account, but Aaron was a smart kid. He took the course and started running with it, right? His first month, he did $9,000 in sales. But Aaron still lived in a trailer. He didn't buy any clothes. You saw the way he dressed. And this is not to put Aaron down. I think he's a beast. He's amazing, right? But he didn't go out and buy himself new clothes. Some people pick on the way he's dressed. I think it's brilliant, right? He waited till he had 60 grand in the bank to buy himself a car. Now, even he doesn't think that buying a new Camaro was the best option for him. I don't know if I agree with that 100%, but he earns it. He earns it because he had 60 grand in the bank after 8 months of being in the course. But he saved all that money and he was able to do $40,000 a month because he had the cash to rotate, right? Cash is power. So you've got to build your cash up. And it takes a little bit of discipline, right? But you got to ask yourself, are you willing to sacrifice a lousy 3 or 4 months of your life? It doesn't take, I mean, I could build up, if you gave me $200 right now, I could turn that into 15 grand in 3 months with my eyes closed, right? That's like if I only had 5 hours to work every day, I could do that, right? I could take $200, I'd start buying some cheap phones. I'd buy phones for 30 bucks at first. I'd flip them for 100. And then I'd buy those phones for 50 bucks and I'd flip 3 more at 150 a piece. And I just flipped that. In my first month, I'd probably hit like 10 grand, starting with 200 bucks. And then my second month, I'd be at 20,000. The third month, I'd be at 20,000. And I'd probably have like 15 or 20,000 in the bank with $200 in my pocket. Okay. So there's no excuse, guys. If you don't have money, it's just, you're not focused on the right things with your money. You're spending your money. You don't respect your cash flow. You're not looking at it as like, this is your business. That 5 grand in the bank is your hot dog cart. If you got no money, you got no business. So you got to respect it like that. And then that's where you're going to be a beast. Does anybody find that helpful at all? Right? I don't want to scare you guys. You don't need all that money to do this, but you can start with very little, but it's going to be a little slower. But once you get the ball rolling and you build momentum, don't ruin it. Don't start going out buying new clothes and going out and partying and stuff like that. I mean, I still live like I'm broke. And I made $20,000 last week. Right? I was like telling Amy, I haven't bought new clothes for myself in like a year. I'm making like really disgusting money. I probably should at least buy myself some new clothes. And I still am like disciplined. So if I'm making this kind of money and I won't even buy myself new clothes, someone says upgrade that chain. I'm not taking this. I've only taken this chain off twice in my life. I bought it off a guy when I was 23 in the Dominican Republic. This chain has symbols to me. I've only taken it off once when I was about to die. I was having surgery, and another time I was in a pool and it fell off. All right. Anyways, someone says I got my store clothes. Yeah, because I don't know. I probably should get some new clothes, but I was actually looking at new cars right now to buy. I still haven't done that. I got to work up the nerve to get a new. I was looking at an Escalade, but I still haven't bought it yet because I believe so much in the financial management. So much more I could do with that money. Anyways, enough about me. I just wanted to help you guys to save some money a little bit. All right. So live below your means so you can live above your means later on, guys. I mean, I live like a king now still. I mean, we've got a beautiful place. We travel. I don't know if you guys have seen my travel life, though, but I'm going to Arizona next week. Then I'm flying to Beverly Hills to go see Ty Lopez. We've been to Europe. I've been to Australia this year. We're going to Florida. Where the hell else did we go? We just went to New Hampshire last weekend. We stayed at a luxury resort in the mountains, right? So, I mean, I live a good life now, but I mean, it was just a couple months of sacrifice, right? A few months of eating spaghetti to live like a king for a while now, right? So I hope that inspires you guys to start doing that yourself. All right, let's get back into something else. What other stuff did you guys want to hear about? Because we got about another 20 minutes. Someone says, oh, along the lines of money management, can you guys get past the PayPal holds by adding tracking? Yeah, so I think a couple of things that you can do for yourself when you're brand new. Upload tracking right away. And there's an automated response thing on eBay that it will leave a positive feedback for whoever buys from you automatically. And you can have like a predetermined message like great buyer, blah, blah, blah. Two things that does. One, when you leave someone amazing feedback, it's called the reciprocity bias. They want to do something nice for you. So it avoids returns and you get a lot nicer people with messages, right? And two, they'll leave nice feedback for you in return, which actually, when someone leaves positive feedback, PayPal sees that as they've gotten their item, they get the positive feedback. 3 days later, they release the hold. So if you don't have the automated feedback thing on, you should do that. It's in the eBay settings. You can have it leave automatic feedback. We do that with all our buyers now. Someone says, do you use the eBay template positive feedback? I can't remember. I set that up like years ago. I mean, anything, just say like, a buyer was great, paid right away, something like that. By the way, you guys all should be doing immediate payment on your eBay listings. Make sure you're doing immediate payment so you don't get any like non-paying buyers or any of that junk. Let's see. Steven says, how do you guys get buyers to give good feedback? Because they tell me that it was great working, they don't leave feedback. Like I said, just have the automated feedback and they'll reciprocate if you do that. All right, let's move on to some more questions, guys. We got 15, 20 minutes. What do you guys want to know about more? Do you want to see what other stuff people wanted? I can do a text critique. Let's do appraisals. We need to do a couple things. So negotiating, right? Number one thing people struggle with is the appraisals, right? 80% of negotiating is also knowing your offer and being confident. So if you're nervous, like you don't know whether your offer is good, it's because your appraisals are probably weak. So by the way, I don't see a lot of people connecting in the group, like to find a buddy to do appraisals with. Everybody should be connecting in the group. If you're not active in the group, guys, you're missing out a lot because the people that you hang around, you're going to become. And if you hang around bums, you're going to become a bum. If you hang around winners, right? Like if you get around, let's say, Justin, Aaron Goldstein, Chris, people that are actually doing over 10 grand, Eric Jacob, these guys, Eric Morganti, you're going to become like them because they're going to influence you more. But if you hang around people that complain, oh, Craigslist sucks, I can't get any deals, and you hang around people that whine or complain, then you're going to get those same results as well. So be careful who you talk to, who you take advice from, and who you spend your time around. It's extremely important to your success. Or Hui does amazing. He's at like 30,000 for the month right now. Steve Muccio, he's at like 25,000 for the month. Eric says, can you have Amy talk about what an average day at the store looks like from open to close? I don't know if that's relative to everybody here in the course, so I don't know if I want to take everybody's time up to talk about the store too much. That would be something more we do it at like a boot camp or something like that. So a lot of you guys are asking me about self-discipline. What is it about self-discipline that you want to know? What are you having trouble with? Does anybody want me to talk about self-discipline? Because I keep seeing like 3 or 4 comments. Who wants me to talk about that? This just says no. All right. So we got a lot of people say no. So I'm not going to talk about self-discipline. Guys, really just start doing it. You know, like don't like I told someone messaged me last week and they're like, Dave, you know, I've only got $300. What should I do? Like, you know what you should do? Watch the damn course videos, buy some phones for $50 and go sell them for 100. Like you've seen 1,000 videos from me already. Go do it. Don't wait for my permission, guys. Don't wait for me. Don't wait for someone to give you permission to succeed. Just go do it. Just go get it done. Right? That's the key. Don't wait for someone to tell you. So let's do an appraisal drill. So guys, give me something that you want to appraise, and we'll go over that right now. Camera. Okay, let's do something. Let's do a tricky one. We'll start off with a basic one, then we'll do a tricky one. All right. So let's do an iPhone X. You guys got to give when you're typing in. Give me a full specs. Give me something that you're trying to work a deal on right now or something. Okay, an iPad Mini 2 with LTE. What carrier, James? What carrier is that? Sprint. Okay, so everybody, let's do an iPad Mini 2 for Sprint. Okay, and type in the chat how much it's going to sell on eBay for and how much you would pay. All right, an iPad Mini 2 for Sprint. I'm going to give you guys 1 minute. 1 minute to appraise it. iPad Mini 2 for Sprint. So type in the chat what you're going to offer that person and how much you think you'll be able to sell it for. Let's see what everybody says. Now, I'll give you a little hint on this one, all right? If you typed in iPad Mini 2, you probably won't find anything. So you got to type in iPad Mini second, like 2ND, second, in order to do that appraisal. Because if you type iPad Mini 2, the word 2, I mean the number 2, you won't get a lot of appraisals. So type in iPad Mini second, and you'll get a lot more responses for that. All right, so let's look at our numbers here. We got, someone says sell for 150, buy for 70. Someone says buy for 50, sell for 100. Someone says sell for 150 to 150. So you can't do ranges, no ranges. You got to give me a number because you can't give someone a range when you're going to buy. You got to give them a number. So you got to pick one and you got to go with it. Is it 100 or is it 150? So buy for 70, sell 150. Offer 50, sell for 100. Offer 50, sell for 150. All right, so let's see what we can come up with here. Let's look at what I would offer. All right, so we have an iPad Mini 2 here for Sprint. This one sold for 80. So we look at the original listing. So that's a good condition. So that makes me a little nervous. It only sold for 80 bucks. Let's see if there's anything else here. Make sure it's not an iPad Pro or anything like that. iPad Mini. So here's one for 154, and this is a Sprint one. This one's unlocked though, so that's going to sell a little bit more. So here, this is a good tricky one because there's not a lot of comparables for that, right? Here's one for 160. I think, all right, so here's what we do. This it's kind of tough with these. You only have like 3 possible options, and this one's back from May. This was, oh, back in April. All right, so if you use this for an appraisal, you're going to appraise too high because remember, this is 3 months old now, right? See, that's April 19th, so be careful of that, right? So that's probably like $15 or $20 less now because it's 3 months ago. So I'm going to think like 140-ish, I would say, because this one's 154 and this was June, but that one's unlocked. It's Sprint or Verizon, so it could be either one, and a Verizon one would definitely sell more than a Sprint. And this one here is July and it says 80. That makes me nervous. That $80 price scares me. Now, they could have just lowballed themselves on it, which I think they did. But I think I'm going to appraise it 130 just to be on the safe side. Okay? So I would buy that about 50 bucks, 40 bucks, maybe around there. Because remember, an iPad's going to be a little bit more to ship. All right? Let's do, and so Neil says an iPhone X AT&T mint condition. Oh, very important for everybody. Just so you guys know, AT&T phones, you got to go to AT&T. When you're going to buy the phone, before you give them the cash, don't do this over the phone, right? But before you buy the cash, you got to go to AT&T now, and you got to try to unlock the phone first. Okay? Go to AT&T.com. Where do you go for the unlock thing?
Type in the search bar. Unlock.
Yeah, type this in. Okay, guys, just go do this right here. Where's the search bar here? There we go. Okay, so you're gonna go unlock. All right, so we're going to try submit a request to unlock a device. This will tell you right here if the phone is financed or not. SickW.com does not reliably show AT&T phones, and we're getting more and more AT&T phones coming back as blacklisted because they didn't pay their bill, right? So you want to go to this site right here, and I would bookmark it. And before you give them the cash, you're going to check, and if it's financed, you're going to buy as a bad ESN and offer them a lower price. Oh, thanks. You guys put the thing in the listing. I got it though. So, and then if you want, everybody copy that site that people are posting in the chat right now, okay? And make sure you check this, because if not, you may end up getting some returns for AT&T phones that are not paid off. Okay, so just be careful. It's a new thing. It's just recently started happening. I want to make you all aware of it. Have you guys already been doing all this? Some of you guys may that are more advanced. Some of you guys might not. Just wanted to make sure everybody was on that page with that. So if you're not, start doing that, okay? SickW is good for all the others. It works for Sprint, T-Mobile, or Verizon. Just AT&T is the only one that you can't use SickW on, so you can just use this site. Cool thing is if it's not paid off, you can unlock the AT&T phone for free, and you can get a little bit of money out of it, right? So that's the bonus of having to do this, that when it's good, you make a little extra. All right. Okay, so Taven says he wants to do a Galaxy S9 for US Cellular. All right, that's a good one. Let's do that, because US Cellular is a prepaid carrier. Now, guys, what do we do if it's prepaid? What do we do if it's prepaid? It's bad ESN, right? So we're always going to praise a prepaid, same price as bad ESN for Sprint. That's it. I don't care what carrier it is. If it's prepaid, we're going to praise it, same price, bad ESN for Sprint. I'm not even going to try to do it as a clean ESN. So Eric says, we're not buying AT&T as cleaning anymore. Well, you can, but you got to make sure it's not financed if you do, because now they are blocking for non-payment. So just check to make sure, and then buy accordingly. All right, so let's, someone says US Cellular sells their phones unlocked now. I don't know, though, if they have the payment plan on them or if they can be blocked bad ESN. I personally would still sell them as bad ESN. That's me, because the prepaid carriers do weird things. Like Metro PCS phones, all those are technically unlocked, but Metro PCS will still blacklist those or sell or have them as bad ESN if something happens with those. So, and there's no reliable way to check really. I would buy them as a bad ESN, but yeah, that's a little advanced. I don't do unlock bad ESN. I don't know. I wouldn't recommend that to you guys either. If you're selling them like that, I highly discourage that. That just causes all kinds of problems for returns. I've done that in the past, and it's just never been a good experience. Okay, so let's appraise now a Galaxy S9 for US Cellular. Everybody go ahead and let's appraise that. We're going to just do it as a bad ESN Sprint, make this nice and easy and not overcomplicate things. All right. So S9, oh, is it S9 Plus or S9? What do you say? Where is it? Where's the chat? S9 Plus. Okay, so an S9 Plus, 64 gigabytes, Sprint bad ESN. Everybody type in what do you think it's going to sell for on eBay and how much you would pay. Okay, who says buy for 180, sell for 150? Let's take a look. So we got one here for $349.97. We got one here for $379. Now I don't like this, by the way. Never take a picture with this phone off when you guys are selling a working phone. Okay, that will cause you to get less money for your phone. Always make sure you got the picture on and it doesn't have like a password or something. $379.95, $379. So that one's good, but this is 64. Yeah, so we could probably use that. $379.95, $359.95. So I'm thinking it's going to sell probably for about, I'd appraise that at $370, just to be on the safe side, because the trend is that it's going down because it's been selling for $379. It might sell for $379, but I'd probably praise it at $369.95 just to sell it faster. And I would personally offer that person about $180 to $200 for that. Let's see what everybody else typed. So my offer would be $180 to $200. I would sell for about $370. I didn't see anybody else type it in. So did you guys have a problem appraising that or something like that? Or how come only one person responded? Josh says, why don't you click buy it now? Because I want to see what the auctions are. The auctions give me real-time market value for that current week. I always appraise auctions, not just buy it now. I always do both. I don't want to just appraise buy it now. You always list as buy it now. Always list as buy it now, guys. I don't appraise as buy it, only buy it now. Christian says, damn, you offer 200 for that S9. That tier is lower than on your guide. Time to start trying that. Yeah, I mean, you could offer 230. I would start at like 200 and then work my way up to 230, 240. I mean, again, I'm pretty good at negotiating, so I'd get away with it. If you're brand new and you want to start at like 230, you know, that would be okay. But you can get someone probably at 200 for a $370 phone. You know, as long as you're going to get them on the hook, right? If it's through text, you're not going to get those deals as much. So if you're texting, you're going to struggle more. So just remember that. But if you're on the phone, you can get away with offering them a little low. All right. Any other questions you guys have? Someone says, do you pay extra insurance on higher dollar phones? I do not insure my phones. The reason is, you know, what are we at right now for sales? We're at 24,000 for the last 31 days. How many phones we sold this month?
Today alone, 13.
Well, we sold 13. Yeah, but this month, how many did we sell? What did we sell last month? How much? Where's the, all orders? Here we go. All orders last month, right? 67 phones last month. This month, we're already at 36 phones. We'll probably sell over 100 phones this month. If it costs me $5 per phone to insure it, that's going to cost me $500 at the end of the month. So for me, it costs me more to pay the insurance than it does to just eat it if the post office loads the phone. Because most phones, average order value is about $200. So they only lose a phone on me every 3 to 4 months. So if every 3 to 4 months they lose a phone, it's only $200. That saves me thousands of dollars paying the insurance. Now that's me. If you only have $1,000 to your name and you're gonna sell a $500 phone, I recommend insuring it in your situation, because if you lose that phone, it's gonna crush you, right? For me to lose a $200 phone, I'm not even gonna notice the money's gone, because we're doing $25,000 a month, right? And we're selling 100 phones. But if it's gonna kill you to lose that phone, then insure it. Once you get to a point where it's gonna cost you more to do the insurance than it is to just eat the phone, then switch. That's my feelings on insurance. Okay. Okay. Someone says, is there for sure a way to find out if the Sprint phones are financed? Just buy all Sprint as bad ESN. Don't even bother trying to sell those as clean. Very few of them come up as clean. I know some people are trying to do that. It's a waste of your time. You make so much more money if you just buy them all as bad and just go for volume. Josh says, advanced question to start a store, how much cash you have saved up? That's probably too advanced for a group chat, Josh. So, I mean, that's something we'd probably do in a boot camp or something like that. We have a lot of new people, so I don't really want to take up the last minutes of a group chat talking about the store too much, unfortunately. I mean, I started my store with 5,000, so I don't know if that helps you, but we can chat like on another time for that. Someone says, should I fill up an account with 7 or do I bulk up the next Craigslist account? So Craigslist, okay, guys, just make sure you're watching the Craigslist videos in the course, because it explains this stuff like to a T, shows you exactly how to do it. Let me just look at the course for a second. Let's just go over what you guys should do. Who here has watched every video in the course? Say yes. Because I know that you guys haven't, all right? I know who downloads my videos, and I know who watches them, and I know who doesn't. So if you're not being honest with me right now, it doesn't matter. I know whether you've done it or not. I have tracking software. So who has watched all the videos and who has not? Someone says, no, I haven't. Says, I sure. It says, how the hell you do? It's advanced marketing stuff. Don't worry about it. But I know. As a matter of fact, I know so much that 30% of people who buy my course spend $1,000 and don't even download the damn videos. So if you're one of those people, don't take offense to this, okay? But do take some action based off of this, because those who don't take action are not going to get the results. If you want to get what you want, you got to deserve what you want, right? That's coming from my mentor, Ty Lopez, who's done over $50 million in 3 years, right? To get what you want, you have to deserve what you want. Do you deserve it? If you can't watch videos, do you deserve to be doing 10 to 20,000 a month if you can't watch your course videos? You have to ask yourself that, right? So let's go over some videos to watch right now, because I see half the people have not watched the videos. So let me tell you some ones. If you want to just take a quick shortcut and watch some good videos right now, all right? Just at least watch these if you're going to not watch the videos, all right? Go to section 4, okay? And watch this group chat right here. Ultimate Advanced Craigslist Posting Guide. Watch all these. This will take you about only 2 hours, okay? watch these videos right here. There's ones about the paid Craigslist ads, advanced Craigslist posting tips, how to not get flagged, and this ultimate advanced Craigslist, guys. I mean, you can't watch any other videos. Watch that one at least. I mean, I really go into it deep. And there's one more video in the group called that I didn't put in the course yet. We did a Craigslist deep dive. Watch those, and then watch these right here next. Only after you master Craigslist. Right here. Watch this, this, and this next. Okay, those are the most effective. Skip everything else if you don't want to watch all the course videos, right? All this stuff is fantastic, but like all this technical stuff, this stuff I would skip the most. Like worrying about unlock, CDMA, GSM, don't even worry about that. Worry about getting ads. The only thing that's going to really make you money, guys, is getting calls and closing deals. That's it. That's all that matters. It's getting calls and closing deals. So if you just focus on that and you forget about all the other BS, right? Like, oh, is this Sprint phone clean or is it bad ESN? Very rarely do those guys hit 10,000, 20,000 a month, right? So focus on the core things that are going to make you money. Getting calls and closing deals, and watch those videos. Can everybody promise me that they'll watch those? Can anybody say they're going to actually watch those videos for me? Simon says, do you guys offer sending cases? Yes. Okay, good. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. It's not because I want you to watch me talk. You've heard enough of me. It's because I want you to succeed, and I know it's going to help you. I work my butt off on these videos to get you guys to take action and to make some money. So take advantage of it, right? So, all right, let's Johnny says, I'm done watching these videos. Laugh aloud. No, he's only kidding. All right, I think that's it, guys, for tonight. I think I'm going to wrap up the group chat. Who found the group chat helpful tonight? Did you guys give me something that you guys learned? It says me, always, yes, very helpful. Okay. Good. I'm glad a lot of new people here. Eric said he liked the money management tips. David says yes. Tonight was a good one. All right, good. Appreciate it, guys. Someone says I did my first one. I like the role play. Someone says I learned to be more confident, take the calls. The AT&T site, haven't been in a while. That's not what you want to do. Thanks, Dave. Okay, good. Yeah, you always want to come to these group chats. Guys, remember, you're going to be the people you spend your time around. And if you spend your time around no one, you're going to be a no one. This is coming from experience, right? You know, if you're not around people, you're going to be one of those people, well, I don't hang out with anybody, Dave. But that's exactly who you're going to be, all right? Get around people that are crushing it. Come to these group chats, even if it makes you uncomfortable, right? Even if you come to these group chats and you feel like shit because you haven't bought a phone in 2 weeks and you hate me. You bought my course and you're not making any money and you hate me. Come to the group chats anyways and tell me you hate me and that you're not making any money so I could say, let's figure out why you hate me, right? Johnny says, I hate you, Dave. Right? Let's figure out why you're not making any money on phones. Let's get you going. And that way I can kick your ass for saying you hate me and get you making some money so that you love me. Okay? Right? So that's what you guys are laughing. Right? So make sure you come to these group chats every week. Even if you're doing, like, I see, this is what happens. I see guys do 10, 15,000 a month and then they get cocky. They're like, oh, I'm good. I don't need to come to the group chats anymore. And guess what? Their sales go right down because they're not around me anymore. They start hanging around their average friends, their average family that aren't making that kind of money. And then just reality starts, everyday average life starts getting them and their results go down. You want to be getting pushed. You want to be motivated every single week, right? So get around people that are crushing it so we can push you. All right. George says money. Awesome. You know, you don't have to move to Rhode Island to hang out with me. You just come to the group chat and let me motivate you each week. All right. All right, guys, that's it. You guys all have a great night. Kick some butt. Let's crush it. Let's get some more 10,000 a month superstars and go make some money, guys. You guys have a great night.